Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Burn Slowly Chicago Fire has a long history of romances, but Matt Casey and Sylvie Brett were by far its best. Despite the show's abuse of them, one couple from season 13 appears to be their replacement. The NBC procedural drama TV series follows the lives of a group of paramedics and firefighters in Chicago, Illinois, as the name implies. The writers of Chicago Fire attempt to replace each departing character, as has been the case with Casey and Brett, even though the cast has changed significantly over the years. Jess Spencer's Casey had been a part of the Chicago Fire cast since the beginning. Meanwhile, Kara Kilmer's Brett joined Firehouse 51 in Season 3. Since Casey was married to Brett's paramedic partner, sparks didn't fly between the two until Gabby Dawson was out of the picture. Still, it took time for them to get together, and Casey and Brett's wedding didn't come until Chicago Fire Season 12. The couple moved to Oregon afterward, meaning the spot for the show's token slow-burn romance opened up, and Violet McCamey and Sam Carver swiftly stepped into Casey and Brett's shoes. Violet and Carver's slow-burn Chicago Fire romance mirrors Casey and Brett's. Violet and Carver are Chicago Fire's most intriguing couple. The Chicago Fire Season 13 premiere made its Brett and Casey replacement clear. Violet and Carver's love story is now the one to root for. Unfortunately, like Brett and Casey, it's taking a long time for them to get together. As some may recall, Violet and Carver began a casual relationship in Season 12, but Carver, unsurprisingly, developed feelings for Violet. She did, too, but Violet didn't realize it until it was too late. Carver professed his love for Violet during the Chicago Fire Season 12 finale, and then took a furlough to visit his family in Texas. In the 6 weeks they were apart, Violet gave Carver space, but knew she wanted to be with him. Violet was going to tell him about her feelings until she saw Carver kissing Tori, his high school girlfriend, in Chicago Fire Season 13, Episode 1. Carver and Tori had gotten back together while he was in Texas, and Violet was resigned to watching from a distance. A few episodes later, Violet also started dating someone, Flynn, prolonging the slow burn between her and Carver. Afterward, though, Chicago Fire Season 13 has seemingly forgotten about Carver and Violet's story in the last episodes of 2024. The last few Chicago Fire episodes have pushed Violet and Carver's story to the side. Violet and Carver have barely interacted. During the first handful of Chicago Fire Season 13 episodes, the One Chicago TV show did a good job of adding tension and angst to Violet and Carver's slow burn romance. But the episodes leading up to the fall finale barely showed them interacting. They also didn't contain signs of Violet and Carver still having feelings for one another, despite their storyline not being resolved. Instead, Carver was focused on his toxic relationship with Tori, which ended with her leaving him, and Violet was cozying up to Flynn. Yes, Violet and Carver getting new love interests is a good way to prolong their slow burn love story, making the moment they finally get together even sweeter. However, it's also important to show Violet and Carver being jealous of each other's relationship. Violet was outwardly jealous at the beginning of Season 13, but once she met Flynn, she seemingly forgot all about Carver. There was a moment when Violet watched as Carver stormed out of the firehouse in Chicago Fire Season 13, Episode 6, but it wasn't effective enough to be memorable. If the audience is meant to care and root for Violet and Carver, then they need to see development in their relationship, no matter how little it is. Meanwhile, Carver doesn't seem to know or care about Violet's relationship status. Even after Tori left, Carver was more focused on getting a dog in the fall finale than checking in on the woman he's supposed to love. If the audience is meant to care and root for Violet and Carver, then they need to see development in their relationship, no matter how little it is. But the past few episodes have failed to even remind fans that Violet and Carver are supposed to be Casey and Brett's replacements. How Chicago Fire Season 13 can fix its mistakes when it returns. Carver must acknowledge Violet's relationship with Flynn. The bad news is that Chicago Fire Season 13 won't return until 2025, giving viewers more time to forget about Violet and Carver. However, the show can redeem itself if Episode 9 focuses on Violet and Carver's story. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe my Fast Gossip 24 to our channel, and stay with us.